Hi guys, so Sir John Curtice, the polling expert, is back once again. This time he's collaborating with Laura Koonsberg and the BBC, where he put out this short clip to discuss the current polling and what it means for the Labour Party. And it's not good. Now, I want to raise two important points that were raised in this clip, but let's have a listen to what he had to say first.
Labour's popularity has plummeted since gaining office just over a year ago. Then the party won 35% of the vote. In the polls now, it stands on average at just 21%. As a result, Labour is 9 points behind Nigel Farage's reform. But while Labour has indeed lost 12% of its 2024 voters to reform, 11% have switched to the Liberal Democrats and 10% to the Greens. The 2024 Labour coalition has in fact fractured in all directions following widespread disillusion with the government's performance. 68% of 2024 Labour voters feel the government is handling immigration badly, 63% the economy and 58% the NHS. To restore its fortunes, Labour badly needs to persuade them it can turn the country around after all.
Okay, so a lot of things discussed here, but I want to focus on two in particular. The split that's taking place in the number of people or the voters who went to Labour in 2024 but are going somewhere else now. And as you can see here, 12% to Reform UK, 11% to the Liberal Democrats, and about 10% to the Greens. Now, I want to focus on Reform UK and the Greens in particular here because they're very similar in the sense of the amount of support that's going to either of them, 12 and 10% respectively. Now, when it comes to the Greens, they're actually increasing their support base on a continuous basis. And certainly since Zach Polanski took over as leader, they have seen a dramatic increase in support. Now, when it comes to reform, the government seemed to be focusing on them more than the Greens and the Liberal Democrats. We heard more and more about immigration than before, and there seems to be this fear within the Labour Party that they need to go after Farage and try and defeat him at his own game. And this is a nightmare scenario for the Labour Party because what it's going to do is it's going to split the party, and it's also going to fail because Farage doesn't have to really fight back. It's his territory. He's the guy that people go to when it comes to the issue of immigration. So trying to out Farage on immigration is not going to work. I think what Labour need to do when it comes to Farage, they certainly can't ignore him. That's 12% that they need to win back, or try and win back at least. What they need to do is they need to expose how he's a hypocrite, expose how he gets funding from shadowy organisations, expose him on issues like the environment and tax and social care and the NHS. These are issues that you need to expose him on. Now, when it comes to the Greens, they don't seem to be even acknowledging them, but there's more and more support going to the Greens all the time. And if the Labour Party want to win back support, they need to take on some of the policies that are similar between the Labour Party and the Greens. But a way to thwart the Greens would be to implement policies that benefit ordinary people. So there's no incentive for people to vote for the Green Party. But that would be Labour going back to its roots. Now, the other point is related to this. This is where support on the issue of immigration, 68% of people are not happy with the Labour Party on immigration, 63% are not happy with the Labour Party on the economy, and 58% are not happy or not satisfied with the party when it comes to the NHS. Now, the NHS really should be where Labour are winning. On immigration, you're expecting other parties to do well. Paradoxically, the Conservatives are supposed to be winning on the economy, but Labour are losing support here on these, in particular on the NHS, and this is where they should be strongest. They should be the party of the NHS. Now, problems within the NHS stem from, of course, when the Conservatives were in charge, where they ran it into the ground, and it's going to take time to recover. So there is an opportunity there for Labour to win back more support when it comes to the NHS, refunding, fixing it, improving it for ordinary people, making sure that people understand that the NHS is getting better, The waiting list is coming down, GP services are improving, and everything generally with the NHS is on the up. When it comes to the economy, they need to, of course, portray themselves as fiscally responsible. They have to be able to, of course, raise taxes in order to fund public services. And if they're able to do that, then of course they're going to be viewed as more positive when it comes to the economy. But when it comes to immigration, I think they're chasing Farage here, and it's a fool's game. You can't out Farage. So I think if I was giving Labour advice, I would say focus on where you're strong, the NHS, and recently the economy. When it comes to immigration, you can't beat Farage on this. Challenge Farage on his policies, criticize him on issues like immigration even. You link him to Brexit, and instead of calling it the Boris wave, call it the Farage wave. That would be one approach. But Labour are in a bit of a fix. Once again, the election is not for another number of years, and this is just a snapshot of the moment. But it certainly doesn't look good. And while the election may be some years away, people within the party will start to get anxious, and they may call for the leader, Keir Starmer, to resign. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what do you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, don't forget to check out the merch store, link in the description, where we're uploading new stuff all the time. Hope you enjoy it.